Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to share my video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Now, in today's tutorial, we're going to talk a little bit about measuring. I'm going to show you how to measure your entire body. Now, in this class, I will show you my way how I measure and how it works best for me. Now, they got so much different people measuring different ways and all kind of thing out there. Now, everybody do what work for them and what best suit them, right? So what I am showing you or what I am teaching you is what work for me, right? Sometimes somebody else different method work for them, because I know people just measure different and people do the thing different for make it much easier for them and for do what best suit them. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to measure your body, and especially if you are a plus size, let's get into the plus size measurement and the more detail in how we as plus size people should take into consideration when it comes to our clothes and our body, the way it look in clothes and the way it not look in clothes, because not everything we as plus size people see gonna fit us, right? Especially when it comes to the waist, the hip, sometimes the bust. Sometimes we have so many fault in those areas, especially when we buy clothes. Sometimes it isn't fitting well. So if you want to see how to measure your body, especially if you're a plus size, stay tuned. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of juice, and let's begin. So what you would need a measuring tape, right? Now I have my half scale mannequin here, and they said this is half scale of me, which I know this is not my half scale because I have a lot in the back, right? And I didn't have anything. The bust to the waist maybe could work for me, but definitely the lower area won't work for me. So let me show you how to measure. Well, you know I got to get my eyes, because when you're in your 40s, you know the eyesight how it works. I'll put on my glasses, and now the first thing when we look, let me just drop this thing down for you so you can see properly. Drop it down a little, right? Now the first thing, especially if we with plus size people, we have broad shoulders, right? Sometimes we have a lot of, let me move this out of the way so I can speak to you first. Sometimes we have a lot of shoulder, we have a lot of bust, sometimes we have a lot of waist, sometimes we have a lot of hips, right? Or sometimes we may have more in our hips, right? Sometimes our waist might be small and our hip might be the largest part of our body. Sometimes our bust might be the largest part of our body. It all depends on how a person shape. You would never find 2 plus size people or 6 plus size people look the same. It's either some have butt, some don't have, some have breasts, some have more breasts than some have more butt than some have more waist than some. Right now, when we're talking about plus size is when we know that we out a medium, we out a small, we out a large, we gone into the extra large, the 2x, the 3x, the 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x, 8x, all these x we climbing. We know that when we start to climb the ladder, we know that they're gone into plus size or extra plus size range. Anytime you see you have to buy a dress for 6x and 8x and them is over plus size, right? So we need to make the clothes to suit those plus size people, because if you notice, if you wearing like a 6x dress, right, and you go and you purchase, you see the dress on the website and you go and purchase it says 6X, but when you meet now it's fitting like a 3X. So because the clothes that was developed for 6X mannequin, right, those mannequin ain't got all the lumps and bumps that we have. You understand? Because when you meet in that area, we have a lot of lump, we have a lot of bump, we have a lot of hills to go for. So these clothes ain't designed for cover all these roadway that we need to cover and all these runway that we have. So we need to either learn to sew we own clothes or something so that we can get a proper fit. Everybody like the clothes fit different. Some people would like it fit tight, some people would like it fit loose. As for me, I know for my clothing, I don't like short clothes. I don't like my belly outside. I don't like my back too low. I don't wear short skirt, period. Because with my shape that I have, right? And then if you thick, especially if you have thick leg, I don't find the shorter skirt does look properly, especially for people with thick leg. So I just try for a vibe. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I ain't bashing anybody. I just relating based on my experience. So no offense to if you're a plus size person and you're listening to my channel or you're listening to my video. Please don't take no offense to anyone. I'm just relating my situation to you, right? And what I know based on my sewing skill and based on my customer them that I get. Most of my customer them sometimes does be more plus size, right? And I like sewing for plus size people because it give you more experience. It help you to you know, show your skills, show what you can do, and it helps you to dress them properly and give them the good fit, right? I love sewing for plus size. I prefer to sew for more plus size people than a slimmer person. Sewing for a slim person, that ain't giving you, it ain't pushing you skills anyway. That ain't giving you no kind of idea like how to fit. It ain't giving you no challenge, because a straight person, if I for make a dress for this mannequin that I have here, I don't have no challenge making this dress, because this is just one straight cut and you don't have no hump and no road and no bump to go over, right? You don't have nothing to, no big bust, no big waist, no big hip, nothing at all. You don't have for challenge your skill, right? So for me, I like challenges. So for me, I prefer to sew for plus size people, right? So if you are a plus size and you know that when you go to buy clothes, and if you used to wear like a extra large or a 2X, and you know you pick up some weight, because trust me, all of us pick up weight during COVID. All of us. If you tell me you pick up no weight during COVID, well then you didn't eat in at all, right? Because when you was in your house for 3 years and change this pandemic lasts for, and when telling you when you there home, I know I prefer to be out on the road at work and doing work than being home and sit down and eating, because when you home you eat straight. You understand? Every minute you're opening the fridge, every minute you're looking for things to eat, every minute if you always want something to eat. I don't know what is it, I don't know what, but anytime you home you're always hungry. You could just drink tea, you understand, and you're still going in the fridge, you're looking for things, looking for some fruit, you're looking for something. And most we like a lot of sweet, so we would more look for sweet thing. We always looking for things to eat. So during the pandemic we pick up a lot of size. I know I pick up size during the pandemic, I don't know about you. So I have to cut my clothes now a little larger than how I used to cut it before. And I like to have more room in my clothes than my clothes being tight, right? So for plus size people, I prefer to get those work done for the slimmer people, because the slimmer people don't challenge my skill. They don't give me, no offense to the slim people, their clothes is just one walk. You just cut, you sew them ain't got no big butt, them ain't have no, you know, we as plus size people is what have all the thing inside our body. I don't know what us, when we get fat or when we get thick, I don't know how our body does expand. And it's easier for you to gain weight than to lose it. Trying to lose weight, if we are plus size people, trust me, the weight ain't going no way. It ain't going no way. Sometimes we may lose a 2 pounds today, and by the time we jump on the scale tomorrow, we pick up back 2 add up. We pick up 4 pounds or 6 pounds instead of the 2 we lose, right? So we have to be careful. So with the mannequin here I have, I'm gonna show you now. The first thing you have to do, especially for we plus size, we have to measure our shoulder. Now some people's shoulder gonna be slant different, or some might be square, some might be round, some might be lower, some might be high. Everybody's shoulder is not the same. So you have to know the clothes that fit you. If you purchase a dress and that dress fit you good, look for the same designer who designed this dress for you, so you can buy your clothes from that designer, because you get a good fit. Different designer clothes fit different, right? So the first thing you're gonna do, you have to measure your shoulder. So measuring your shoulder would tell you, right, what type of shoulder you have. You understand? So you need to measure your shoulder. So the shoulder is the first measurement we need to get here. Let me just pull this here. So the shoulder, from your shoulder to your shoulder, is the first measurement you need to get. You need to get the shoulder measurement to develop this pattern. So if you have the shoulder measurement, you cannot develop the pattern unless you making a half the shoulder tap, or you're making a strapless or something, right? Now you're gonna get your shoulder measurement and you're gonna write that measurement down. Now for plus size people, your shoulder could be around sometime 19, 20, it could go all 20. You have different number. It could be low, the number could be lower, the number could be higher. For instance, for me, my shoulder is 15.5, right? That is my shoulder. So don't write down my measurement, write down your measurement. So your shoulder measurement could be high, your shoulder measurement could be low. So you're gonna get your shoulder and you're gonna write that measurement down, because the measurement we will be working with, we're gonna be working with a 44 inches bust, we'll be working with a 41 inches waist, and we'll be working with a 60 inches hip line. So when drafting for a plus size person, is not just the waist and the hip you have to get. You have to get a numerous amount of measurement. You have to get a lot of measurement, especially for plus size people. You have to get more than just the hip, the waist, and the hip. So you will get the hip measurement and write it down. Now if you ain't have nobody to help you take this measurement, you can take it from the front here, right? You can take the same shoulder measurement, you can take it from the front, right? So you can take that shoulder measurement and you will write that shoulder measurement down, because the pattern we will develop today is for a plus size person. The 44 waist, the 44 inches bust, 41 inches waist, and the 60 inches hip. We will work with that pattern today. I don't know, most of y'all must be in that range. Now if your bust, your waist, and your hip is less, do exactly what I'm doing, because this pattern could work for you. Could take your measurement and develop a pattern from what I am teaching you, right? So the measurement that I'm working with, use your measurement instead, right? So you can develop your pattern, but follow all the instruction that I am giving you, and whatever you see I doing, you follow it, and you pattern would develop beautifully, right? So your shoulder, we get the shoulder, right? Don't mind me repeating, I'm trying to just speak as I going along, just let you guys know, right? So for make things clear, so your shoulder is number one. You're going to write that measurement down. How much ever is your shoulder, give me the full shoulder measurement. You're going to write that down. Then the next, we're going to deal with the back first. The next measurement we need is from the shoulder to the waist, right? Now you need your shoulder to your waist measurement. You know you have the shoulder right here, right? You need that shoulder to your back waist. So write that measurement down. The next measurement you're going to need is your across back. So you need this across back. Now the across back is about 1 inch down from under your armhole, right? So you're going to need that across back. The next measurement you're going to need from your waist to your hip bone. Now your hip bone is like, for more shorter people, it would be like 9 inches. Now the back hip deck and your front hip deck, it won't be the same. Your front hip deck might be 9 inches, but if you have a lot of butt, your back hip deck could be around 13 to 12 to 14 inches, right? Because remember, people who have a lot of butt, yes, remember, people who have a lot of butt and hip, their back and front hip deck is totally different. That's why you see when people so close for you, the clothes are always riding up because it's looking for room, right? So you're going to measure your back hip deck. So the hip depth, so it could be, if you're a plus size person, it could be 13, it could be 9, it could be whatever. If you are a slim person, that number going to vary. It would be 7, because I think taller the person is, less the hip depth would be. Them one would be like 7, 6, 5 and these kind of thing. But plus size is from 9 to quite to 13, right? Because with my back hip depth, with my butt I have, my back hip depth is 13 inches, whereas my front is 9. So anytime I sew my skirt, right, with just the measurement from the front of my body, your skirt always tend for cock up in the back, right? The back always lifting. So you need to incorporate this hip depth measurement so that your skirt can sit down flat, right? So you need to get this back hip depth, and you're going to write that measurement down, all right? So this is up to, you know, your hip, so your hip depth is from your waist to like 9 inches or your 13 inches down, depends on your how fluffy you are, right? So since we finished with the back, we're gonna go to the front. So now get the front shoulder measurement, right? Now the front shoulder measurement, sometimes it does vary. Sometimes your front is a little wider than your back, sometimes your back wider than your front, right? So you get your front shoulder depth, but most of you will be using the back shoulder depth for develop this pattern. So you're gonna need your front shoulder depth as just as the back. Sometimes it would be the same measurement, sometimes it would be less. Next, you would need your across front. Now your across front is the same as your back, is like 1 inches down from your arm hole, right? Then you're gonna need from your shoulder to your bust point. Now this is the nipple. By your nipple right here, you're gonna need the shoulder to your nipple. The next measurement you're gonna need, now if you have a lot of bust, don't just pull the measuring tape down straight, so because the reason why, when you pull the measuring tape down straight, so this piece here gonna be tight because it didn't have any room in between it. So when you raise up, or if you put on a bra, it tends to pull the top up because between here, so need more room right between it. So you're gonna hold your measuring tape, you're gonna hold it to your bust nipple, right? And then you're gonna walk that measuring tape down to your waist. So measure first from your bust from your shoulder to your bust nipple. So write that measurement down from your shoulder. It could be 10, it could be 12, it could be 11, it could be 13, it could be 9, it could be 8. The measurement vary depends upon the size of the person, right? So for the plus size, you measure from your shoulder to your bust and write that measurement down. Now from your shoulder, you're gonna measure from your shoulder to your waist. Now for plus size people, measuring from your shoulder to waist, you need to walk that measuring tape. Don't just pull the measuring tape down like this. Take the measuring tape, hold it at your bust. Remember, you're measuring from your shoulder to your bust and then from your shoulder to your waist. So you're gonna hold, when you're done, get the measurement from your shoulder to your bust. You're gonna hold that measuring tape down by your bust here. Hold it there. Remember, the measuring tape still there by the shoulder, but we loosen it, but we hold it here because we already get the measurement from our shoulder to our bust nipple. So hold that measurement there now, and we're taking this whole measurement from our shoulder to our waist. So instead of pulling the measuring tape down, we walking it down. The measuring tape still at our shoulder, because remember, it's from your shoulder to your waist you want. You don't get your shoulder to your bust, so now we're measuring from shoulder to waist. So hold that measuring tape down like this and get that waist measurement, right? Whatever is that waist measurement, write it down. Whatever is that shoulder to bust, write it down. All right? So we need that measurement. Next, what you're gonna need your front hip depth. And remember, I said before, the back and the front hip depth gonna be different. It's totally different, right? So this is the back hip depth here, right? So you get your front hip depth and you get your back hip depth. If you don't have too much in the back and you don't have too much in the front, we're gonna work with the back hip depth more because you're gonna get more room. So we need that. So that is the measurement we need. The next measurement we need around the neck. Now around the neck is how far you want your top to cut. So if you want your top to be like this, you measure around your neck and get that measurement, that measurement around the neck. So we could use that measurement and divide it and put our neck. So measure around your neck, and then the next measurement we need from your shoulder, from your neck, sorry, to your shoulder. Right here, the shoulder bone here. Right here, we need from your neck to your shoulder. Now write that measurement down, how much ever is the measurement you get. Don't matter if when you measure you find the measurement, the measurement that the measuring tape give you is too much. Listen, there is your measurement. Write it down. You understand? Don't come and try for cut short this measurement because the clothes gone tight. Alright, write that measurement down. It doesn't matter if you got a 120 tape and your measurement take the whole 120 tape. Write the measurement down. If yours 120, yours 120, there is nothing we can do about it, right? So write the measurement down and get a proper fit. All right, next measurement we need our full bust. We need this full bust measurement. So don't let the measuring tape drop down like this because you'd never get a proper fit. All right, get your measuring tape and you measure. Let the measuring tape be straight like that. It must be straight in the back, right? It must hold it up in the back, and then you come and you measure around the fullest part of your bust. Now make sure the measuring tape land on your bust nipple because remember you have bust, so you need the fullest part of your bust, right? Write the measurement down. It doesn't matter how much your bust measurement. It is 100. Write down the 100, right? Good. The next measurement we're gonna need our full waist measurement. Now this is how your measuring tape supposed to sit down in the back. It's supposed to sit down very flat. You see how they say they sit down very flat? Now if when you measure and you measuring tape like cocking up in the back like that, right? And you're getting this measurement because some people have this deep sink in the back, and if the measuring tape like this and it is sitting down, turn the measuring tape around like this and it would sit down properly. It would give the curve so it could hold on to this curve. So you're going to let the measuring tape sit on your natural waist, and you need your full waist measurement. The next measurement we're going to need, let me lift this for you. Let me lift up this for you so you can see, right? After we're done with the upper measurement. So the next measurement you would need the hip measurement. Now your hip measurement is, as I said, is from your waist to about 9 inches, depends upon the fluffiness. Sometimes it could be 13, sometimes it could be 7, sometimes it could be 6, right? So you need this hip measurement. So you're gonna grab your measuring tape, put it around the fullest part of your hip. Your fullest part of your hip does have this, your buttocks does be out more, protruded more. So you bring the measuring tape around and you hold that. So this is the waist, the hip measurement we need. Now sometimes we need to take more than one of this hip measurement, right? Especially for plus size people, especially if you have a lot of tummy, you need to measure different. Your measuring tape won't pull flat around your hip like this. Your measuring tape won't pull flat around your waist like this. Your measurement need to be totally different when it comes to the waist, the hip, and the bust. So if you have a lot of tummy, right, what you want to do, get your measuring tape around your waist here, and wherever your tummy is, you measure out how much ever. Your clothes need to lift a little, right? You measure it out. Then we're gonna take the high hip measurement, because most sometime around plus size people, they have this protruding belly, right? You have the high hip and then you have the low hip. So if you have a lot of belly on your high hip, get the measuring tape and hold the measuring tape up like this, right? So the measuring tape gonna be like that. So this is the hip measurement here, right? This is how the hip measurement gonna be, especially for people with a lot of tummy, right? They're gonna be like that. This is how we measuring, and then you bring the measuring tape up wherever the tummy is, so you can get enough room when you in the pattern so that it could come and fit over your tummy. You don't want to measure, if you this measuring straight here is for people who don't have tummy, right? And that's why I tell you, most of the clothes that develop is developed on mannequin like these, right? So these mannequin ain't got no belly. We have a lot of belly, we have a lot of bottom, we have a lot of bust, we have a lot of arm. These mannequin ain't got nothing like that, right? So we have to measure ourselves properly. So if you have a lot of belly in the bottom, you put your measuring tape around your bust and you lift the measuring tape wherever, right? You lift the measuring tape wherever the tummy is. You want to put that measuring tape right there wherever the tummy is. So your pattern now, when you cut your pattern gonna got enough room so that when you cut out the cloth and you put on, you're gonna get the excess fabric to cover your tummy, right? In other than it being tight. So you're gonna measure the high hip like how I show you. You want to put the extra fabric if your tummy on the top, the extra measurement, right? So let's say your flat measurement is for 60 inches and you have a tummy, right? You're gonna, don't measure the flat 60 inches. If you have a tummy, you need to bring the measuring tape wherever that tummy is. Wherever you have that big belly, you need to bring that measuring tape up by the big belly so you could get enough room in your pattern, so when you cut the cloth it fall nice, right? So you're gonna measure your high hip, right? Your high hip is about 2 to 3 inches below your waistline. So measure your high hip, then you're gonna come down and you're gonna measure your low hip, right? So we're gonna work with that measurement. Next, what you're gonna do, you're gonna measure the length of the skirt or the dress, whatever you like. Now, I measure my length different, right? Because I realize sometimes when you measure the length from the bust to the shoulder right down to wherever you want it, sometimes you don't get the full measurement that you want. It's either the dress might be too short, especially if you have a lot of butt in the back, right? And you have a lot of belly in the front. We need to do this measurement different for the length. So I like, this is just my way and what work for me. Other designer and other people, they measure different. That is what work for them, right? So for my measurement for the length, I like to take it from the waist right? Especially when I don't develop the top for up to the waist. I like to take my measurement. If it's a dress I making, I would take the measurement from the waist to however long I want the skirt to be or the dress to be, right? So let's say I want my dress, the finished length, right, to be like 40 or 42 inches. Now I take the measurement from here. Now I don't have all this measurement here to make up this. So all I have to do is take the remaining measurement. If it's 27 inches more, I have to add to make up the 40 inches. And I measure down my 27 inches to get my length. Alright? Because remember, if you have a lot of tummy, you need to incorporate this length. You understand? To cover and to come and sit down in front. You don't see most times some people who have a lot of tummy, especially plus size people, the dress always cocking up in front or it cocking up in the back if you have a lot of butt in the back. So measure the length from your waist right down to however long you want the skirt to be. We already got the measurement for the top, so you don't have to worry about the top. Just measure the length of the skirt you want to attach to the top, right? Now for the back, you're going to do the same, especially if you have a protruding back. You're going to measure from your back and measure over the fluffiest part of your butt. So you're going to incorporate this extra, right? So if you have a lot of butt, get somebody to measure from your waist and walk the measuring tape down to however long. Make sure if you have a lot of back, don't pull the measuring tape down so because it's going to be sharp. Walk it down, and when you're done, you measure to however long you want your dress. So those are the measurements we're going to need for develop our pattern. And next measurement you're going to need from your two bust here, right? You're going to need from this to this, your bust spine to bust spine. They call it the apex, but I like to just say it as we Caribbean people know, bust nipple to bust nipple. All these apex and all these things, sometimes you don't even know what is apex, right? So from your bust nipple to your bust nipple, that is where you want. Bust nipple to bust nipple. You need this measurement in between here, right? You need that measurement there. And make sure when you're measuring let me pull this back. When you're measuring from your bust nipple to your bust nipple, make sure you hold down this measuring tape in the center and you measure across the next bust so you can get enough room so the top won't tight. Yeah? You never notice sometimes you buy some top and top choking you up. All in your neck here, they're quite up here choking and you pulling it down but it is not staying up. That's because the bust, the top looking for room for relax itself. But no, we got this thing choking we quite and comfortable. So this is the measurement you would need. You need these measurements. Lastly, we're gonna need from our, I think from the shoulder to the front waist. I think I measured that already. So those are the measurements we going to need to do our pattern, right? Now, if you have a lot of shape, you need to develop your pattern so that you can your dress can fit properly, right? Now all the measurement that I give you, write them down. It doesn't matter how big the measurement look, how big the numbers look. Lady, Mr., Sir, ladies and gentlemen, that is your measurement. You understand? Listen, when I go to buy a dress, you understand? I buy him a size. I don't care if it's a size 18, a size 22, a size 24. I want things to make me comfortable. I never like clothes where when you're walking, you always got to be pulling down. Why am I got to make myself so uncomfortable for every time I walk in I have to be pulling down clothes? So I have to be fighting with these clothes. I didn't buy clothes to fight with it. I buy clothes to make my body look good, to look nice when you're going out. You must be turning heads. You understand? Not turning heads so everybody say, well, she see the skirt tight. She walk in, she left the house with it every minute she had the fighting with the skirt to put on. No, darling. If I know I wearing a 0XL, I check in the measurement to make sure that it fit me hip. I could always pull in the bust. And me, I don't pull in nothing. When the dress come, I make sure I buy the dress up for fit me hip, because I know I ain't got much bust. If when the dress come and it big in the waist and it big in the bust, I haul it in with a belt, or I make a band for it and I gone. I never like tight clothing. So that's why I learned to sew my own clothes. I learned to draft my own pattern, and I learned to develop my own way or style of measuring my body. And when you see you learn to sew and when you learn to draft, nobody, it doesn't matter who, nobody could ever sew for you. Because for me right now, I don't think nobody could sew clothes to suit my body, right? I believe it's only I can sew my clothes to suit my body, because I know the kind of fit I looking for, I know the kind of look I looking for. And the next thing with we people too, not every style we see gonna look good on us. Not every style we see gonna look good on us. I see a lot of people in my area, every style they see come out, you understand, they want to be in, and then when they go and buy it, they get what they just have up, either some nonsense they just have up, what you purchase versus what you get. Now remember, these clothes on a mannequin, you didn't buy the clothes with the mannequin shape, you understand, you just buy the clothes. Sometimes those clothes were there on the mannequin, you might see it designed nice and it fit the mannequin nice. Did they show you the back of the clothes? They ain't show you the back of the clothes, you understand. Sometimes some people bring some style for I sew, and I ask them, where is the back of the clothes? Oh, I didn't find the back. So what you want I do? Eh? How could I develop a dress if me see the back of the dress? So a lot of time, that's what a lot of us get caught up with, right? Because the back of the clothes, when you see it pulled nice on a mannequin, they haul the back and pin it in. They put a clip for pinning the back, so the back in the clothes in fit the mannequin, because it didn't develop for that one. So they pull in that back, so the clothes look now like if it come down and it fit that mannequin very neat. And they take out the picture, edit it in the front, and then when they get the back of the dress, they pull the front and pin the front so you won't see. They take out the back of the picture. So anytime you buy in clothes, always buy your size. If you know that your hip is larger than your waist and your bust, madam, buy the clothes an extra inch more larger than your size. You know for sure it gonna fit. If you know you're wearing 0XL, buy the plus size XL, because I think most time they just have for curve. Buy the 2X if you know you're wearing XL, buy 2X. It will fit. You understand? So developing a pattern for plus size, you just have a lot of work in, especially putting that pattern together, getting that clothes to fit that pattern, because you want your customer look good. You want them to, when they step out, people would be able to say, wow, your dress look good. Who that sewed the dress? And you could able to recommend your designer, able to recommend your tailor, able to recommend your seamstress, whoever sewed the dress. You understand? You don't want a dress when it done so when you go, people hollering. But who that sewed the dress for you? So the seamstress didn't see that the dress tight. They didn't see that the thing ain't come out good. Now you know gonna come and say, well, Tamara Fashion Style that sewed the dress to me. Tamara Fashion Style that well Tamara can sew. You understand? You don't want that. You want when you put on your clothes, people must say, wow, she clothes look good. That dress fit you good. Who that sewed the dress? Go back to the designer and let it do all your clothes. Yes, I have some customer. They don't go nowhere else. They don't care who designer come out. They don't go nowhere else. If I am booked up or if I ain't have space, they wait. They just tell me sink or float, I waiting on you. Because when you fit my clothes, I feel like you. Like how you clothes does fit you, that is how my clothes does fit me. They don't care that I have some customers all 2-3 years, they're waiting. You understand? and those are good customers, and they end up bringing more customer to me, and those customer, I keep getting customer often because I take my time and develop. As all you know, I teaching y'all, I always take my time for teach y'all. So always develop your clothes, learn to sew your own clothes so that you can get the proper fit that you want. Because buying clothes, no offense to the shops and these things who selling clothes, I don't have nothing against them, because everybody has a thing for sale, right? But for you personally, if you want a proper fit, you have to learn to sew your own clothes, because you don't get proper fit out there, because those mannequin clothes that develop is not for we plus size people who have all this runway with them play not to run on, and all these hump and all these road to climb up. You understand? We have a lot of humps and bump. We have a lot of fat. Some of our arm thick. Some might have more bust. Some may have more belly. Some may have more hips. Some may have more leg. Listen, these mannequin ain't got no leg. They ain't got no bust. They ain't got no belly. They ain't got no bam bam. They ain't got nothing. Eh? This mannequin is just one straight slam bam, thank you ma'am. Address go on, and when you come now, when you think your this either the bust tight, you have to add in a piece. They just choke you up, eh? Either the zipper too tight. Listen. I can't make it. I can't make it with this stress at all. I can't make it. Sometimes you waste your whole money, buy a piece of cloth and or buy a dress, and when you meet home, you ain't like the dress because you don't like how it fit. Learn to sew your own clothes. Follow my channel. You can follow other designer channel, and you can see how they doing thing, and you can follow all of us, and whichever one you like best, you stick to. Right? I always encourage people, explore. You understand? Don't just view my channel alone. View other designer channels. See how they do things. Right? See how they would fit a plus size mannequin. See how they would fit different things. See how they would design different. And whichever one you like, you stick with that one. Alright? So, I hope I was able to make this video easy, simple, and understandable for you. And if you like this video, click the link down below, and don't forget, share my channel, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to support my channel, there's a link down below, right, where you can click and you can go and support. So guys, I love you guys. I enjoy your company, and I enjoy all your comment. So I will be bringing out a plus size video soon for our plus size people, where we would draft the pattern, where we would and I will cut that dress from that same pattern I developing. I know it's not my size, but I will show you. I would wear that size how I would do it. Don't worry, you would see. I could make any big dress, bring it in to suit me. So enjoy and have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye for now. Until look out for my plus size video. It will be coming soon. I'm in the process of editing it. So the measurements that we just measure, those are the measurements we'll be using for a 44 bust, a 41 waist, and a 60 inches hip. Right? If you have your measurement and you want I develop a pattern for you, you can drop me your measurement in the bottom, and I will show you how to develop your pattern and how to measure your body. Right? So enjoy and have a wonderful day. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank all of you who supporting my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I enjoy the love that you guys showing me, and I will return the favor. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you. Bye bye.